I can already tell that the hardest part about keeping up with the series and doing everything is going to be trying not to burn myself out. I am going to do one video a week for as long as I can. If there's a time where I feel like I need to take a break, I will. I do enjoy doing this. As long as I enjoy doing this, I'll keep doing it. But if there's anything you specifically want to see or don't care to see or anything like that, just please put it down in the comments. I love watching these videos. There's not enough of them. There's Cam, there's Alex Lopez, and that's pretty much all I've found so far. So yeah. So I bought the GoPro 12 like a couple months ago because I like the idea of like mounting it to my camera for like POV shots and stuff. I didn't know when I was buying it at the time that it had this mode, basically open gate. So essentially you can shoot however you want. It creates a square, so it's a 4x3 at first, or 8x7, sorry, 8x7 at first. And then in their app, you can pretty much go to any of this footage like so and create whatever shot. So when this is how it's gonna come out, like a perfect square. I can make it 4x3, 16x9, I can go 9x16 for vertical. You don't lose any of your image. I thought this was sick. Like, this is actually such a cool feature for like social posting and whatnot. So you can go in here and you have like linear, wide, super view, hyperview. So like hyperview is like their widest. You can also go into horizon leveling right here. Click that. And it's gonna keep this thing on its like on the horizon the whole time. I thought that I'm locked into that. Like once I hit record, like it's saving all that. But this is like basically saving all the data. This is actually very impressive from GoPro. So DJI, could you implement that into here? That would be phenomenal. This week is also going to be a little bit different because I'm going to Seattle on Wednesday. And I'll be there from Wednesday to Sunday filming a Halo World Championship. And then I was hired for tomorrow as a PA on set. So that'll pretty much be all day. I am deciding whether I'm going to go today to Forney, Texas. It's a booming city. There's a lot of potential out there. And I'm honestly like really getting addicted to this whole cold call, cold approach. The problem is I don't have any business cards. But I am going to look into seeing about a digital business card. I see a lot of people doing that. And so I'm going to see if there's a way to do that. My only thing with like digital business cards is I feel like that's even easier to forget about and ignore than like a physical card that like, cause I keep my business cards that I'm interested in on my desk and it just kind of reminds me to follow up with people or call them or whatever. So, and then I may head out today to go and just kind of start hitting some businesses to see if I can get a bunch of free videos and get some potential clients.
Part of the reason why I hired you over other people is because I know you. I have worked with you before. I know that you can step up because the YouTube algorithm connected me to David and in turn connected me to you. You know, like it eventually, like those little things that you and David are doing is slowly but surely turning into measurable ROI. Yeah. If you had not done any of that, if you had not even created the IG group, that would be a lot of money that you would have missed. Awesome. All right, man. Thank you so much for your time. Appreciate it. Yeah.
Thank you, bro. And I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye. See how crazy that is? He said that he wanted to work with me originally because he saw the stuff on YouTube. He's a great DP. He's super easy to work with, very friendly guy. And him saying that he trusts me to basically take this shoot from him for his client if he can't show up. I mean, that makes me feel really good that the work I put out and stuff is noticed and that people can trust me is everything that I want. It's just important. Again, put yourself out there. All right, so the med spa that we've been kind of going back and forth on, they came back with another set of negotiations. And right now we're just kind of in like it's a weird limbo area. No one's really kind of meeting the expectations of the other. So I'm just going to hop on a call with him right now and just try to figure out where his hesitancy comes with paying us and, you know, how he wants to get paid or how he wants to pay us and do all that. So one of the questions I had for you was just like, is that from where we're at or is the hesitancy coming from who you've been working with?
No, I think it's a mixture of both. I think it's, I've come across a lot of different agencies and promises that are being made that just aren't being fulfilled. And I'm not saying that's what you guys are going to do, but right. We always like to protect the business, right? Because it's so important to like the lifeline of how it functions, right? So, what they really did was we're like, hey, we've been running these ads for 2 years. And so all they did was really emulate it. And so I was like, man, we just why am I paying you all this money I already did the work for you.
I would say you're not really looking for a partner. You're looking for somebody to just like handle this for you, right?
Correct, yeah,
Okay.
pretty much.
What is the exact outcome that you're looking for?
Kind of what tripped us up with this last agency was they made it so qualified, like you have to be so qualified to just, to be a lead that we were getting maybe, one a day, two a day. Before we were getting like 10, 12 a day. You know what I mean? Like, so it was a huge.
Okay. Well, I guess the last question I had is what would ease your like hesitancy? Like what's a scenario that would make you feel better?
For me, any type of contract I think just kind of makes me shaky too, where I don't want to be with my back to a corner, saying, oh man, I'm stuck with these guys for another 6 months or whoever.
Yeah.
His first 6 months. That was another big thing with when I picked the last agency. It was just month to month.
We can forego the contract. Like we can definitely just like do month to month, especially on the front end if that helps you. And then as far as pricing goes, I would say that he was kind of lowballing. And I was looking at some of the content she was posting, and like it's not good. Like it's not bad. I mean, she definitely is keeping up with trends. They may get good views, but are those views leading to more clients walking in the door? And ultimately, that's what all this is for. If you make money, we make money, because if you're happy, then you stay with us. Cool. Well, yeah, I will talk to her as soon as I can today, and then maybe she can set up a call with you on her end, and then we'll just kind of, just go from there. Well, I appreciate the call, and I look forward to talking to you soon.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, bye-bye. Oh, I hate being salesy. I honestly do. It's just not fun. But I do stand by what I say. Like if he came back and said, I don't want to, go with you guys, you're too expensive or something, like it's not in me to try to push it. Like it's not in me to try to push it on this call to like get him to swipe the card or anything. I ultimately want to build trust. I want to show that we can do it. I want to prove that we can do it. And then go from there, because we're not in the business of stealing money. We're in the business of earning it. I've like tried to make it a point to keep these from being like life vlogs, but there are times where I do like have something I want to say that I feel is important. And in this case, I'm about to go run with my buddy. I'm trying to take my health and my fitness more serious. Just to be transparent and vulnerable with you for a second, my testosterone's really low. Has been for a very long time. I have bad eating habits. I have bad health habits. And I do notice it. A lot of my momentum is based off of how much caffeine I drink. And so we are about to go on a 4-mile run, which is going to absolutely excruciatingly brutalize me. And I'm looking forward to it. Put yourself in an uncomfortable spot is something I'm trying to do more of. So, find other hobbies outside of video and work. When I get done, I can go right back to it. But just take a minute. I'm going to take a minute, hang out with a buddy, have some good conversation, go for a run. Just got back from that run. I got to go pick up my son here in about 15 minutes or so. I'll try to get a quick meal in. I am starving. Spent about an hour out doing that. We did a lot of walking and stuff. I am definitely not conditioned to be running 4 miles, but it was fun. It was a good way to just kind of get outside. So I just got confirmation for tomorrow's job that I will not need to be the DP. Like I say, I lose money technically, but I want to work with Jose. I like working with him and just building that relationship and that connection and stuff. Also, I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it to Forney to do some cold outreach. I would love to. By the time I get there, it's gonna start being dinner time, and a lot of these are restaurants and stuff, so it may just have to be next week, unfortunately, as much as I really wanna get out there. You could probably hear my son watching Blippi in the background, but just had a potential opportunity come through. This is the DFW Filmmaker chat that I'm in on Instagram. So if you're in DFW, DM me and I can add you to that. This guy said, a previous client just reached out to me about a shoot in November, looking for a cam op with an FX3, lenses, gimbal, tripod. Anyone have that set up? Quite a few people actually DM'd him. So my chances could be pretty low, but you can't hit if you don't shoot. So I went ahead and just shot him a DM. He just had me send over my email and my gear list. So who knows, maybe I'll land a little gig in November. This is why it's important to have multiple networks of ways to find work. So whether that's going out and finding work or being in like different group chats and active in that type of thing is good. The YouTube videos, posting online, there's so many ways. So today's Monday, which is the day that I posted week 2 of this whole series. I showed my cold calls on there. And I really wasn't expecting this, but I'm so glad people are saying it because it really does help me. And especially after going back and watching it after hearing the criticism. But this guy pretty much sums it up what the others have said. And you can go in the comments of that and kind of see what I'm talking about. But this guy says, respect my man. 1 point, I'm not American, so it could be a cultural difference. But you say whatever a lot on your phone calls. I assume it's to be casual and you might be nervous. To me, it degrades you somewhat. Sounds like you don't fully believe in the service you will provide. You come off less secure in your abilities. Be a little more serious in your choice of words. And he says a couple other things. Whether I like these comments or not, in the moment, because criticism can be tough, I'm human. Now, again, I agree with them. And they are like literally so correct when they point out that I'm not confident in my abilities. It's not that I'm not confident to go in and shoot. So when I get somebody on a call, I don't want to waste their time. And I do believe I'll get better over time. But this criticism from an outside perspective is still good. And it's going to help me level up that much faster because now I'm going to be cognizant of what I'm saying and how I say it. Even on today's phone call with the med spa guy, I made sure to go through and take notes of the phone call. And I made sure to take notes of the questions I asked. And the reason I did this is when I go back and watch the video, I want to hear how he responds to certain things because that is important for future phone calls. So as I finished saying that, I just got a message on Instagram saying, hey, Jared, do you have time to jump on a call tomorrow? This is from the guy that I sent the $28,000 proposal to back on week 1. I had no faith in that I would get that job at all. Again, confidence issues. This would be such a good launching point for the production company. I'm going to take the criticism everybody just gave me about my cold calls and try to apply it to that and sound confident. So shout out you if I get the job. So I was kind of getting everything packed up for tomorrow's shoot, just getting batteries on the charger and whatnot. But to update you on the client, with the 28K bid, he asked if I was able to jump on a call tomorrow. I said that I'll be have a lunch blocked off from 12:30 to 1:30. If that works. And he said, yeah, that works for me. Give me a ring when you have a moment to chat. And he sent me his number. So safe to say, I mean, that looks good for me. But also have to be mindful that I don't have the job yet. They could be scouting, 2 or 3 other people or something. And on top of that, I am a newly formed production. They want a production company. And so this is all new to me. I don't even really have an LLC yet or anything. So we're going to see what happens. 6:30 in the morning. Fixing to have our shoot with Jose. I already pre-packed all my gear for yesterday. The camera is not going with me. All he wants to use from me is the Aperture 300C. Like say I'm getting paid $400 for this job and it's essentially a PA job with a chance that I might have to jump behind a camera depending on how busy things are getting. So, oh my gosh. Wow. I'm glad I live in a decent neighborhood. I left the tailgate down all night from packing yesterday. That was pretty stupid. That would have been super annoying if that would have been stolen. Dodged a bullet on that. Thank you, Jesus. See? Jose was smart. He used code LOJ15 at checkout to get 15% off. I'm pretty sure you're the biggest order I've had so far with my referral code. LOJ15 at checkout. Trying to find a room to do the interviews in.
Oh, this one's open. This one could work too. We'll have to rearrange.
Yeah.
Tables.
Maybe like, yeah. We got denied the room we wanted, and they gave us this room instead. What angle are you thinking?
Width.
Okay. What does it look like? Like how? Where
It
would
looks
you?
kind of small.
Okay. Hey, how'd the call go?
I think he's gonna move forward with the 2,500. I'm gonna send him a contract and the final proposal, and then I think he said he's just gonna get ready to tell everybody what's gonna happen.
Okay, cool.
So sounds like it's gonna close.
Look at you go. That's exciting. So basically, after I talked to the guy from the med spa, we set up a call with my wife for him on the next day because she obviously runs the marketing and CRM and stuff. So he had questions about that, and I wasn't gonna pretend like I had the answers for that. And she's really good at closing. She's a very people person. Sounds like it went well. Sounds like he plans on moving forward with the $2,500 package. So that would be fantastic if we could land our first retainer client. $2,500 a month because I called somebody. As David Moorfield said, the money's on the table. You just got to reach out and grab it. But it is now 11:55, so here in about 30 minutes, I'm going to end up calling the other company for the one I sent the proposal to. Not getting my hopes up. I have no idea what's in store. They very well could come back and say, "Hey, we see your $28,000 proposal. Our budget's only $20,000." So, not to get super religious, I do believe in God's timing and stuff. I just got a text back from Michael. He said, "Hi, Jared. Apologies. We'll have to reschedule. I'll be in touch in the next few days to reschedule our call." So obviously, it's a little disappointing. I was ready to kind of hear how that call would go and whatnot, but hopefully, he still has his interest with me. That's a wrap on a pretty easy day, in my opinion.
Let's go home.
All right, that's the end of that day. Really not hard at all. Once we had the interview set up done, they would just bring somebody in, every hour or so, and they would only ever ask them 2 or 3 questions. So I think the longest interview took about 10 minutes. So pretty easy day. I was able to get some stuff done on my laptop, and honestly just had great conversation all day with Jose. He's very, very knowledgeable in business. So Jose, appreciate you having me come out here. It's always a ton of fun working with you, and looking to repay the favor soon. Also, I followed up with, I was able to send him over my new website because when I had talked to him last time, I didn't have one. I just kind of told him I'd be in Seattle, but I'm definitely open to talking this week. They are postponing it apparently and pushing it out. So it was gonna be next week. So I'm excited. Hopefully that'll come at a time when things are a little bit slower and I can put a lot more time and energy into it. Or what we could see happen is that the job falls through, I don't get it at all, and it is what it is. On top of that, my buddy Shostin, who does a lot of esports stuff, just hit me up. He asked me if I was available Tuesday and Wednesday. So again, God's timing on that. Yeah, he said he's got a secret project next week, so we'll see. Should be a ton of fun. It's about 9:45 right now, and we just got the email that the med spa wants to sign with us. So $2,500 a month. I think it's like 12 reels and like 5 posts a week or something, but yeah, pretty good week so far. We got to be awake at like 5:15 a.m. to get to the airport for a very early flight tomorrow. So it's pre-light day for the production tomorrow. I am on interviews. So basically, we had a gaffing team, which is sick. They just basically brought everything in here and set it up, and then I just kind of moved it around to what we thought fit. But just to give some updates for today, obviously I can't be as flexible with like pulling out the camera when things happen because I'm working, and that'll be the case all week. I got a call back from the gym that I did the video for, and he's actually talking to the owner tomorrow to see about getting me on a retainer. And what he wants to do is basically take money from their marketing budget that they're using now, and then allocate 1,000 of that to me. So $1,000 a month, and all he wants is 4 videos. I actually told him I would do 6 videos because 4 was a little low for that price, in my opinion. But we're gonna try to start there and then hopefully work out something to where my wife can handle doing the ads and stuff. Like I say, we signed the med spa, so that's $2,500 a month. We're super excited about that. I mean, seriously, it's so cool that we were able to like win his business and his trust. In 3 months, we're going to reevaluate. And if things are going well, I think that's getting bumped up to 3,200. So also right before I started recording this, Simeon posted his video of how much money he made this month. I posted mine today as of recording this, but I love this. I want to see more people doing this. This is such a good conversation to have. He's dropping a lot of knowledge in here. I'll have the link to the description below. Go check it out. Go watch it. He breaks down some good stuff, his retainer pricing and whatnot. So also, at the time of this recording, we are planning our next filmmaker meetup. It will be in Dallas, but I believe we're going to be pushing for sometime like 3rd week of October. If you want more details on that, the quickest way to get those details will be on Instagram at LensofJared. I'll be posting things to my story and whatnot. So if you do want to show up to that, it'll be the same price as last time, $10 a ticket, free beer, free pizza. Come out, network, do that. But we're in the process of planning that. So I should have more info on that soon. It is 8:30 in Seattle time, but that is 10:30 back at home. So I'm pretty tired. I've been up since 5 a.m. And then I keep getting asked like a lot how I get esports jobs and how I've gotten into esports and stuff. So I think I'm gonna make a dedicated video on that because that's a video in and of itself. I mean, it's a tough battle out here. It is a grind if you're trying to get into esports. Just know that it's probably not gonna be your day-to-day and how you pay your bills. Just had to turn down a job, unfortunately, next week. I just got booked for next Wednesday, and I got a text message from a production company that hires me sometimes wanting to hire me next Wednesday. That's how it goes, of course. I have every other day available next week, but I only get double booked on the day somebody needs me. The nice thing is the venue that we're working at is literally about a 1-minute walk, so walk outside the front of the hotel and go around the corner, and I'm basically already there. So that's the hotel entrance. That's the venue right here. So, and then up there is where you like walk across to enter into the actual convention center itself, where all the gaming will happen. Right. Okay, so it is Saturday now, and I don't think I filmed anything for like the last 2 days. In 10 minutes, I have a call with a potential esport client looking to do a production day. I got this through somebody that I've known in the industry for a little bit. They would be the editor for this project and stuff, and then they're looking to hire like a production company or something to fulfill the needs that they need for like, I assume a full media day. But I also got this lead on Bark from somebody who is a real estate fixing flipper or something. And they need like consistent jobs because they want to post their before and after. So to be fair, they probably won't even answer.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
Every Bark lead goes to voicemail, like almost 100% of the time. I keep getting asked if Bark is like a good investment for people. I have gotten leads on there and have gotten jobs. Essentially, I believe that probably the money I've made has probably broke me even at this point. No, 9 times out of 10, I just don't get an answer. Even that person told me to reach out to them. I'm the only person that's responded to them in 24 hours. They told me to reach out to them. Like they wanted me to contact them. And then that's actually the second time I've called them.
Somebody said it under one of your tweets the other day, but it literally, like, what, 3 or 4 months ago, felt like you hit 1,000 and now you're at 4.
I know. Like, it's actually insane. It'll just, like, I'll post a video and it'll just start jumping.
I was going to say that hard work for sure. Like, you've always done good work, but I think people like that consistency that you're building and it's paying off now.
Appreciate it.
Well,
All right, guys.
we'll be in touch, fellas.
Sounds good. Have fun at Worlds.
That went well. It's definitely one of the perks of being able to like travel and to experience a lot of cool things. This is like the Seattle public market. It's pretty infamous. Definitely a lot of cool places here to like explore. Lots of good food, which is what I'm trying to find. Trying to find breakfast right now. The infamous public market sign. Might go here for breakfast.